Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Schools to reopen September 7 despite some delays. Firefighters battle stubborn Devil's Race course blaze. And later in sports, Jamaica lacrosse confident of Olympic qualifications.
Here are the details. All public schools will reopen on September 3, despite delays in repairing and rebuilding schools damaged by Hurricane Melissa. Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Marlon Morgan, says alternative arrangements will be put in place for schools that are not fully ready for reopening. Mr. Morgan was speaking on Smile Jamaica Tuesday.
In terms of where we are now, we have some 43 of the Priority 1 schools really that are complete in terms of reconstruction. I gather there are some 25 of our schools that will be complete in time for September 7 reopening of schools. And there are some 277 of the schools that will be having to utilize some form of mixed modality of learning.
The Priority 1 schools?
Which includes Priority 1 and perhaps some Priority 2 and 3 schools as well. There are 277 of them that will have to be utilizing and resorting to mixed modalities. And by that we mean they may have an extended school day, they may have to resort to and rely on learning kits, they may have to rotate students, like have one set of grades coming in on a Monday, another set coming on a Tuesday.
And just to reiterate, all public schools will reopen on September 7. Meanwhile, Mr. Morgan says delays by contractors and concerns from school leaders have left some schools not where the ministry would like them to be.
A number of the contractors have leveled complaints in relation to the sheer availability of workers. So
Jamaica
it's the
workers that's the problem. Yeah. It's not the material, it's the workers.
So Jamaica is really at technically full employment, and there are challenges on the part of some contractors in respect of accessing laborers, but even more so, Daly and Simone, skilled workers, because as we effect repairs to school plants, you can appreciate that the roofing work that is to be done, you need a carpentry skill set, electrical installation skill set, and other key, technical work to get our school plants back up.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade is frustrated and challenged as the Devil's Racecourse blaze in Guy's St. Catherine continues to test firefighters. Crews are working to contain the fire and prevent it from spreading to nearby communities. Karen Simpson reports.
The wildfire remained active on Monday, with firefighters working to contain the flames, prevent them from spreading, and protect people living in nearby communities. But officials say they face a major challenge navigating the area.
The terrain is hilly and it's windy. It's a disadvantage to the surrounding area, persons overall in the area, where when you light these fires, we don't have any hydrant in the area. So for us, if we're not through with this before our water depletes, we have to go back to Sunnyside or the fire station in Linstead, where the hydrant is, to replenish the unit to come back here. Now, this is it depletes time in terms of response time to go back and come back, because this will stand a risk factor, as in the wind picks up back the fire again and set it ablaze again.
Another concern is the way the bamboo behaves when it catches fire. Firefighters say the bamboo can suddenly pop and burst as it burns, sending flames and burning debris into the surrounding area. Firefighters battling the blaze say they too fear for their lives.
Him can lose his balance and sink, drop, whatever. He's the only person down there at this time. He doesn't have us to help him down there. He would be dependent on us through the hose line. So for him, as you see, when he was coming up just now, he was using the hose line and we were pulling on the hose line for him to come up. Other than that, he would not be able to go down there safely and come back up safely. So that is our dilemma, one of our dilemma in and around this area. It's not just here, but we have been profiling here for over a week now.
Firefighters are appealing to residents to stop lighting fires and avoid any activity that could spark another blaze.
When I got back to the station last night at 11 o'clock, the unit went out back to come here. And now we are here again on this shift that is for the 3 p.m. shift. So it kind of exhausts resources along with manpower, because we can utilize the services elsewhere. Because Lindsay is only one fire station and one responding unit, when we are here, it takes us away from something else elsewhere. So let's say we have another fire, which is at close proximity. We're going to take another unit from maybe Spanish Town to come to us, to that situation.
Karine Simpson, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, St. Catherine North East Member of Parliament Karencia Morrison is concerned about the increase in bushfires in Guy's-Hill. The latest fire was reported Monday and threatened nearby homes. Ms. Morrison says the smoke is also causing health concerns for residents. She says the lack of water is making it harder to fight the fires.
2 years ago, farmers in Top Mountain agonized as they lost acres of produce when bushfire raged through their farms. Unconfirmed reports are that there are unscrupulous persons who ignite these fires, and we urge citizens to let the police have this information so that this can be investigated. We ask that the residents exercise caution. There is a practice, especially in deep rural parts of the constituency, where there is no formal system of garbage collection and where residents burn refuse. There are persons who live in these enclaves too, who also make fire for cooking and whom leave them unattended. Please be careful.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is facing a storage challenge. This as it steps up efforts to remove abandoned vehicles from streets and public spaces across the municipality. Anthony Atkinson reports.
More than 700 vehicles have already been towed from streets and public spaces across the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation as part of an ongoing cleanup effort. But with the municipal pound now at capacity, the KSMAC is concerned about having enough space to store the vehicles being removed.
Most of these vehicles are in a state that they cannot be driven. They are left on the roadside by residents. There are cases where persons who have even migrated, leaving their vehicles there. They pose a hazard to the community from a point of view of public health hazard, and also from this security risk. And residents have been calling us to move these vehicles, and we have been trying our utmost best to get them off the road.
Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby says the municipality is also incurring significant cost to tow and store these vehicles. He says the abandoned vehicles are not just an eyesore, but can also create health and security concerns for residents.
I just want to encourage the residents of Kingston and Andrew that when you have your derelict vehicle, a vehicle at a stage where they have become derelict, try and dispose them in the proper way. One of the ways that probably you can explore is to see if you can find a scrap metal company and allow them and sell it to them. Because there can't be a situation where you have left your vehicle for the municipality to take care of your garbage.
With the cleanup program expected to continue, the municipality must now balance the need to clear abandoned vehicles from public spaces with the limited capacity to store them.
Here, right in the pound, it's filled to capacity. We don't have any more space for them. But apart from that, we have incurred a cost that is not recovered, because here you have people who have left their vehicle on the road. We have taken them up, and now we have them. The Pound Act has handicapped us because we have to hold it for a stipulated period of time. There are instances where they have gone to auction more than one time, and persons have no interest in them.
Anthony Atkinson, TVJ News.